Remarkable times in Saudi Arabia, the hugely influential Sunni Muslim kingdom. There's been an unprecedented anti-corruption purge with sweeping arrests of senior politicians and business leaders and members of the royal family. And a Saudi prince and 7 other officials have been killed in a helicopter crash near the country's border with Yemen, where Saudi Arabia is involved in a bitter civil war. Well, to help us understand all of this, our security correspondent Frank Gardner joins us. Frank, what a weekend for the kingdom. Let's just talk about these purges first. Mohammed bin Salman is seen, as a modernizer. So just tell us what all this means.
These are incredible times in Saudi Arabia. There's never been anything quite like it. And in some ways, it's very exciting. His supporters are saying this is the man who's going to lead us to the future, who's setting the stage for a modern economy, a modern society, and jobs for all the millions of Saudis who are pouring out of schools and universities. Others, though, especially the older guard, are extremely worried by these changes that are happening very fast by Saudi standards. This is a country unused to sudden change, and he is certainly amassing enemies amongst those older guard people. What happened at the weekend is that 11 senior princes, including Prince Al-Walid bin Talal, were detained. They're not being thrown into some dark dungeon. They are reportedly staying in great comfort at the Ritz-Carlton Hotel or another similar place. But the fact that these very high-profile establishment figures have been removed, and very importantly, the head of the National Guard, Prince Mittab bin Abdullah, has been relieved of his command. That removes, at a stroke, the final obstacle to the Crown Prince having total control over the country. Now, nominally, it's his father, King Salman, who's doing this. He's the king, but he's 82, and everybody in Saudi sees this as the hand of the very ambitious, dynamic and controversial Crown Prince, who's only 32, with very little experience.
It's extraordinary. We're just getting in the last few minutes the Attorney General of Saudi Arabia saying that this is just phase 1.
Indeed, implying that there's more to come. Now, the idea that these people are really the sort of spearhead of corruption in Saudi Arabia, I think is a little bit hard to swallow, because the way business has been done by them is the way business has been done by many, many people in Saudi Arabia at all levels for a very long time. It was ever thus. The arms deals in Saudi Arabia were always done in the past in the form of kickbacks. In other words, you're the buyer, I'm the seller, and I pay rather more than the inflated price. You take the difference. That's what used to happen in the past. I can't say if it's still happening today, but certainly it's a very opaque, it's a very untransparent economy. Now, one of the things that Saudis, I think, would like to see is transparency in their own government in terms of the oil income. You never see an issued set of accounts for that. So if they're really going to root out corruption, let's have transparency in government. That would be a shocking change.
Oh, fascinating times in the kingdom. Frank, as ever, thanks so much for joining us.